Hi all, welcome once again to Jackie Blue Beauty Tips and welcome to my channel. I have a beauty channel on health, fitness, lifestyles, all kinds of things. So come on down and be part of my YouTube family, be one of my chickadees, and check out my playlist because that way you can see what you're interested in and click on a few of my videos and hopefully there's something for everybody. So today I'm going to do a Valentine's Day video because Valentine's Day is coming up and Valentine's Day is a holiday about love. So I thought today I would take a few minutes to talk to you about love, relationships, and I'm talking about in marriage or, your serious relationships. This can affect other things in your life too. I mean, relationships at work and with your children, but I'm basically talking about, the love relationship between a couple. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is accept that a marriage is hard work and go into your marriage knowing that it's going to be work and that you're not going to give up and that you're going to work through this. And don't let things build up. If something's bothering you, you need to talk about it. Don't ever let it build up. And just know that anything that is worth anything is work, no matter what you do. If you get a college degree, if you move up in your job, it's all hard work, and marriage is no different. So commit to it. And when you're getting discouraged, just remember the little things that made you fall in love when you first met. And try to think back to those things. And I think that kind of sets a tone for, why you fell in love in the first place. So number one is commit to your marriage. Number two is to accept your partner how they are. Don't think that you're going to change that person. I mean, as you grow together, your relationship should become more compatible, and you should, know what each other's expect and what, makes them happy. You're not going to try to irritate the other person. But know that you're really not going to change that person. They are who they are, and accept it, and don't try to change them. Because I've heard women say, well, I'll just change him. I'll just, he's good material. I'll just train him. That isn't the way to do it. You don't change a person no more than you want to change yourself to be in a relationship. So if you're dating someone or you're considering someone, to commit to, don't have the idea that you're going to change them. So that's number two. Never go to bed angry at each other, and don't fight when you're hungry. If you do have a disagreement, try to work it out before you go to bed. There's a verse in the Bible that says, don't let the sun go down on your wrath. And that's a good thing to apply to your marriage, your relationship. Try to settle things before you go to bed. My husband and I always pray together. And if we have a little tiff during the day, you can't sit there and hold hands and pray with someone you're mad at. So one time we had a little fight and we were going to pray together. And I said, I don't really feel like praying with you right now. I'm kind of mad at you. And then that just kind of lightened it up, and we laughed, we made up, we prayed together, and that was it. So that would be my suggestion. Don't go to bed angry at each other, and don't fight when you're hungry. To choose someone with the same goals and the financial views that you have. And you need to discuss some of this before you get married. What your goals are for life. Don't expect to be a millionaire and achieve this. It's probably not going to happen. So the biggest thing couples fight about is money. So you got to be on the same page. You have to know what's going on with the finances. The woman and the man work together, have goals, and strive for them. And just be on the same page financially. Don't make big purchases without talking to each other. That is a recipe for disaster right there, unless you have an unlimited income, which I'm sure most people don't. Sure, you can spend money, but I mean like big purchases. You need to talk about it and discuss it and see if it's, in the budget, if it's, a financially sound idea and a good idea to do or not to do. And I feel like some of these things should be discussed even before you get married. So make sure you're on the same financial page so that you won't have problems down the road and you won't be fighting about money. The next one is commit to growing together. And know that, as you go on your journey in a couple's relationship, you go through changes. You go through the infatuation stage when you first meet, and unfortunately that can't last forever. You're going to come down and you're going to see each other's faults, and you have to learn to grow together. As a couple, you'll be going through many changes, like you have kids, are both working and trying to find daycare for the children. You have to share the things in the household, the chores and picking up the kids. And, it can get kind of tricky and it can get frustrating. So you have to grow together and know you're on the same page and realize that you will go through some changes. As the kids get older, you'll have more time again for each other. As they go to college and you're empty nesters, you're adjusting to just having each other again. If you're in retirement age, is an adjustment. You're together all the time, and just know that you have to grow together, and it's just stages in your life. And if you're committed to each other and you love each other, you'll be able to get through it. You'll enjoy all these things on your journey, all the phases in your life you will enjoy, and just move on to the next one. Like I said, there will be changes, but you have to grow together, and as you grow together, your love will even be deeper as you go through these changes. And it's actually a great time in your life once the kids are gone. Some people have a big time adjusting to that, but that's actually a great time that you can spend more time with your spouse again. And retirement is great also if you're heading towards that. There might be some adjustments because you're not used to each other or being around all the time, so you still have to have your own interests, of course, but enjoy the together time and enjoy these years if you're healthy, and just really grow together. The next one is, if you're having problems and you know you love each other, there's nothing wrong with seeing a counselor. If you're not admitting failure, if you think you could get some help from somebody else who can, have a different view on things, that's a good idea. But just remember, when you go to sit down for the counselor, don't always be the one that's right and trying to bash on your partner. You have to give and take and listen and take their suggestions and know that, it's probably not one-sided. You have to work on yourself too, and your spouse will have to work on things. And hopefully a counselor would be a good thing if you're having problems and you still love each other and want to stay together. So don't be embarrassed and feel like you're admitting failure. Just go ahead and get the help. And I think a lot of times it can be wonderful and can help couples. The next one is, our lives are busy, and especially if you're still working and, whatever is going on in your life, make time for each other. You have to make that time. And I would say it would be really nice to go on a date once a week and just get out, the two of you, and even if it's just for coffee, whatever it is, just get out there and spend some time together. If it's even a Saturday morning and you decide to stay in bed a little longer and lock the door and have coffee and laugh and just enjoy each other. You need to have that time together, and it doesn't really matter what it is. So if you're busy, don't let that slide. Don't let it take a toll on your relationship. Remember that you're in this together. It's you and him against the world, and you can make it, and you need each other, and you need to really spend this quality time no matter what it is. So I would suggest once a week if you can squeeze that in, or even more times if you can. Now, my husband and I are both retired now, so we don't really have to do that, but we still like to go out. We still like to get all dressed up and go out once in a while, because it just, kind of feels like you're dating again, and it just kind of brings back the spark. The next one is, try to share a hobby, and sometimes that's hard. Even though we fell in love and we love each other, sometimes we don't really have a lot of the same interests. And my suggestion for that is, you have to find something, even if it's just watching a movie together at night or watching a series. My husband and I, we watch series every night, and we cuddle on the couch, and it's really a good time for us. And it's a time we're busy during the day that we settle down together and we watch something on TV together. So it doesn't really have to be a hobby. If it is, if you can, go golfing together or go hiking together, or, find something that you can have common ground on, that's great. If you don't have a lot of things in, that are the same interests, that's okay too. Even just going shopping together, or, whatever, cooking together, whatever. Just find something you can do together and kind of make it a hobby. If you don't have anything in interest, maybe you're going to have to work on, developing something. Maybe you can be interested in something that your spouse is interested in, or vice versa. Maybe you can find something. I'm sure you can. The next one is, never stop having sex. I know it's kind of a subject that, well, actually people do talk about it now. Years ago, people didn't really talk about it. So you got to have that intimacy. You have to make time for that intimacy. and you're never too old for that. You know, you have to remember that you did have some kind of chemistry, I'm sure, when you were younger. And just because you're older, you don't have to stop having sex. You need to do this to be close. You need to be one. You need to have, you know, this cuddling and this touching. You need to have this intimacy. So whatever you do, don't stop having sex. And I think that, you know, it is part of a marriage, and it's a big part of it. The physical is a big part of it. Ladies, make sure that you, I don't know what I should say. So make sure that this is included in your relationship too. Another reminder is the grass is not greener on the other side. So don't even try it. Don't think that someone else is better, that, you know, you're going to have a better life with someone else, because you're not. And don't even pursue it. It's just going to cause heartache and trauma, and it's not a good thing for your marriage. So, you know, just know that, you know, nobody's perfect. The grass isn't greener. Be happy what you have. You fell in love. You still love that person. Don't always be thinking that, you know, someone else would be better, because they probably won't be. Everybody has problems. Every relationship has their ups and downs. So don't just think that the pastures are greener and you're just going to leave and try to go find somebody else, because chances are it won't be any better. Don't give up too soon. If you're having difficulties, don't give up. Know that you can work through it. Know that if you love each other, the greatest thing is love, and love conquers all, and love covers all. And I've talked about this. And part of loving someone is overlooking their faults. It is that unconditional love, and that's what you need in your marriage, and you don't give up. So it's a little pep talk that, you know, marriage is worth it. Growing old with someone is the greatest joy in the world. It's the greatest thing. You know, if you have a good relationship and you grow old together, your golden years can be the best years of your life. So never give up, and don't give up too soon. Just keep on working on it. And I believe that, you know, love covers all, that, you know, if you really try to work it out, you can. So those are my tips for a happy relationship, and I thought it was a good thing to talk about on Valentine's Day. So I hope you all have a great Valentine's Day. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Remember that the smile is the best beauty tip, and if you're happy on the inside, it will show on the outside. So have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Love you all. Take care. Peace out. Bye-bye.